Hello, I'm RJ City, and you are listening to the MonsterCast. You're going to talk about Bela Lugosi. They're going to talk about Lon Chaney Jr. be so sad, holding his hat, saying, "Please put me in this room and don't unlock the door." And you can't do any better than the Dahl brothers. Jack and Ryan, they're brothers, but they're also bros. What? Pardon? Wrestling. Well, who the hell wants to talk about wrestling? These are horror movies. It's a deep genre. It's a smart genre. Fantastic actors. Fantastic cinematography. Wrestling is just sweating and fireworks and bouncy ropes. There's nothing. How can you talk about that every week? All right. Let's see them try. Take it away, you crazy dolls.
What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful here. You're watching the MonsterCast with Jack and Ryan. A big shout out to those fellas. Good people. Check them out.
Jake and Brian. Brandon Cutler here from AEW, and I hope you guys have an awesome podcast with the MonsterCast. What was that? Your name is Jack and Ryan? Shut up, Jack and Ryan.
Wrestling podcast? How fucking original.
I guess you're welcome.
Here's your host of the MonsterCast, the Straight Edge Monster Jack and Ryan.
Let's talk about WWE Backlash that happened on Sunday night. Woo, okay. Now, this is how, like I said on Twitter, this is how you do a pay-per-view where nothing happened and to still make it feel like it was a big deal. This is why you do it right here. Because if you look at the fucking card after it was over, like let's say you didn't watch the show, right? And you looked at the results and then you went online to see all the positive feedback from it, you'd be like, from that? That's what y'all are acting like it was a great big deal? But when you put who you put as far as where it was, right? Who was on the card with in relation to where it was, and then giving a couple of matches really good amounts of time, like the Bianca Eos match and obviously the Bad Bunny and Damian Priest match. It came off as a success, even though if you look at it, like after the fact, nothing happened on the show.
Yeah, it didn't advance anything. It's just that it was entertaining, parts of it.
But do you not think that it was more entertaining because of the crowd as well, though, and how much they were into it?
That's always how it is. Like if you have a dead crowd,
it always
like,
enhances it for sure. Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
Because if that was held in fucking Indiana and it was dead as fuck. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna hate on Indiana. Let me talk about somewhere that I actually have. If we were in Raleigh, North Carolina, right, which I've been to, and they fucking suck, right? If it was that kind of audience, then this would probably have been one of the worst pay-per-views of the year.
I mean, as far as the card, maybe. But
the card. There's a difference between it being bad, like in the ring, and whatever. I think it was a solid card. Like it was almost like a glorified fucking Raw or SmackDown, honestly. But the crowd made it feel like a fucking pay-per-view.
I think even with the card not being that strong, the Bianca and Io match was really good. The Bad Bunny Damian Priest match was really good. I didn't have a problem with anything in the Uso 6-man. Like the matches
Omos and Seth Rollins over-delivered.
Omos and Seth Rollins was surprisingly, it did a lot more than I think people expected it to. So yeah, I don't know that it would have been seen as like a terrible pay-per-view or anything. It just on paper the matches didn't do anything, and storyline-wise it didn't advance anything. So it probably would be seen as a filler pay-per-view more than like a bad pay-per-view, if that makes sense.
Like a Backlash pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean they usually are, right?
But Backlash, which is usually a down pay-per-view, because of the crowd, got elevated a couple levels because of how good the crowd was. And it wasn't like It wasn't like a UK crowd either where they're just cheering everybody because they're just happy to see him. They were booing some people. They were chanting EO. They were booing Bianca.
They were booing Bianca a lot.
They were
which I thought
booing
was
Damian
kind of
Priest, who was also from
weird.
Puerto Rico.
Well, that's because he was against Bad Bunny.
But still,
Yeah.
he couldn't even get the hometown pop when they announced where he was from when he was coming out, dude.
I will say that after the Bianca match, they did cheer a lot after it was over. So it wasn't like it was just like them hating on Bianca.
Yeah, they
I
just
think
would rather have seen EO
Yeah.
go over. Yeah, for sure.
for something, yeah. I don't know. I think the legacy of this pay-per-view will be that it over-delivered on the matches you didn't think were going to be worth a shit, and overall didn't advance anything, so it was like a filler pay-per-view. It was fine, though. I was sports entertained during the Bad Bunny and Priest match, and I thought the Bianca and EO match was really good. Those both stand out a lot. I thought the Cody Lesnar shit was awful.
We'll talk about it. Let's go one by one. It's a review.
Yeah.
This is a review, so fuck it.
Good.
All right, so we started out with Bianca and EO, I believe, right? Was the first match?
Give me some structure.
It was the first match, and like you said, it was really good. Would we consider this to be the second best women's wrestling match of the year for WWE after Charlotte Rhea at WrestleMania?
You could
Or would
probably
you put it ahead of that? Because I wouldn't. But I did think it was better than Bianca and Asuka at WrestleMania.
I think the reason that you wouldn't, yeah, I also thought that. I think the reason that you wouldn't is because there was never any chance that EO was going to win it.
Okay, I can see that. And you didn't know who was going to win between Charlotte and Rhea for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But they really did they beat the shit out of each other at WrestleMania, dude.
That's true.
That was a good match. But yeah, I would say this was the second best WWE women's match of 2023 so far. And it's going to be really hard to beat either one of them because I thought that match was really good. Even though I do believe that she was supposed to flip EO over on that one-handed thing, it still looked cool as fuck as a Ultimate Warrior just press slam drop thing, which it ended up being.
Yeah. She kind of landed on her face a little bit too. So yeah, it wasn't great.
I'm glad she decided, hey, I don't think I'm going to make this rotation. I'm just going to go ahead and just stop. Stop rotating.
Yep. I agree. That's what it looked like to me too. But still looked like a pretty nasty little fall. Yeah, there were some cool spots in that match.
Was that your... Okay, so of the night, is that your number one match, or is it Priest and Bad Bunny? Because that's really it's down to those two.
As far as like which was the better wrestling match, I don't think it's even close. But as far as like which one was more fun to watch, had more... I mean, the Priest match was overbooked as fuck. But it was overbooked.
Well, you like that though.
In like it was overbooked in like a fun way. It wasn't overbooked in like we have to make an excuse for this guy losing bloodline type shit, like annoying kind of way. So
you want to know why it was overbooked, but it didn't feel like other shit? It's because the guys that came out didn't interact with the two dudes that were in the match.
Yeah.
They fought each other. No one. Bad Bunny didn't attack anybody that came out. And he didn't get attacked by anybody that came out. Damian Priest didn't get attacked by anybody that came out. They were still in the ring.
That's literally not true. Judgment Day came out and beat the shit out of Bad Bunny. That's why everybody else came out.
But it wasn't like, okay, but it wasn't the kicks, stomping. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about like beating the shit out with a chair or some shit like that.
Yeah, okay.
Like actually having an effect on the match. Having Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor stomp on you a couple times. That's not what I'm talking about here.
It didn't change the finish, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, exactly.
It didn't lead to the finish.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
They had the reason for the rest of the LWO to come out, and then it just got taken away, and then you had like the whole second half of the match afterwards.
Yeah.
So it didn't really affect the match. Is my main point that I was getting at. So it was, even though it was overbooked, it wasn't overbooked at the end. It was overbooked in the middle, and then had really no effect on the actual ending of the match. That's why I liked it. And who doesn't love Carlito anyway? That was awesome.
He's looking thick.
Dude, they knew from the first note who it was.
Yeah.
I couldn't even hear the goddamn song to see who the fuck it was. They went nuts as soon as it happened, like, oh my god, we know exactly who that fucking is, even though he hasn't been anywhere near WWE in 2 years.
Yeah, but he's wrestled down there for a while.
Yeah, I understand that, but he's not using that song, I don't believe.
I don't know.
Well, he might
Probably
be.
not.
I don't fucking know.
He might be. They don't give a shit.
I don't
about
think they can
copyright.
stop him, really.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You gonna sue Puerto Rico?
Well, they knew as soon as the first note they went fucking nuts. It was crazy. Like it was Austin or Brock or some shit. It was crazy as fuck.
They went crazy for Savio Vega too. But yeah, I think the
Quang.
Bianca Io
He
match
did the
was
Quang chops.
better.
It was awesome.
Yeah, the Bianca Io match was better. I don't think that's deniable. But I was really entertained by the.
I mean, we can say that Bianca and Io was kind of overbooked too, but we actually called all that on the show.
Here's a dumb question. Why the fuck wasn't the Bad Bunny and Damian Priest match last?
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't have a huge problem with it not being last, but here's because this is why, and this is the only reason why. In hindsight, yes, because of the way that the Cody match ended, Bad
But
Bunny
they
and
knew.
Damian Priest should have been last. But here's my problem is we didn't really know who was going to win between Cody and Brock Lesnar, and I'd rather the main event be between two people I don't know who's going to win, and we knew if Bad Bunny and Damian Priest went on last, it would have been a foregone conclusion that Bad Bunny is winning. Whereas earlier on in the show, it wouldn't have been as predictable.
That's literally okay. What we said on the prediction show was literally if you have to bet on any of these matches, Bad Bunny is going to win. They weren't going to have.
No, that's
another
not what I said.
lose.
That's not what
I said that. I said that.
I didn't say that. I said Seth Rollins over Omos was the guarantee.
I said that Bad Bunny was the guarantee. There's no fucking way they were having him lose.
Okay,
in the
well,
street
I agree with that, but if you made it the main event match, then you definitely know who's going to win the match. It's pointless to have that.
You already definitely knew who was going to win the match.
No, you put doubt in people's mind by having them not be the main event. But what I didn't like more is that you called it a double main event and then had two more matches after the fucking one match that you said was part of the double main event. That's a triple main event, my guy.
Listen, they
That didn't make any sense.
They were doing the Wrestle Kingdom thing, but they broke up the 2 nights. and
No,
put them back into one
that
night.
literally
That's what
made
happened.
0 sense. Double main event, then you literally put double main event graphic on the Bad Bunny Damian Priest match, and then you had the 6-man tag and the Cody Brock Lesnar match afterwards. I don't know where you guys counted WWE or learned to count, but that's 3 matches. That's not a double main event. That's
An
dumb.
Intermission.
I guess we're just not counting Cody and Brock as a main event, and rightfully so after what we saw, right?
Yeah, that was.
But let's hold up before we get started on that. Let's talk about Rhea and Zelina.
Yeah.
For the hype and how much they were behind her, are you surprised that she got as little offense as she did?
Yeah, I thought they would make it at least a little bit closer. It did seem pretty one-sided. I mean, she had a little bit of shine, but it was. I definitely thought it was gonna be more than that. But I mean, I don't hate it. They still went crazy for it, which is the point, right? So, I thought that they would make it more competitive or give her a few more hope spots than they did. But we probably would have complained if they did, because that's somebody who hasn't been competitive in that division for a while. And you could do she was just fighting harder because she was in her, her
Hometown advantage, yeah.
yeah, whatever. Even though she's from Queens, but like ancestral hometown, I guess.
I mean, if you got a hometown advantage in other sports, it's not like it's out of the realm of possibility for somebody to fight harder in their hometown or home country or whatever.
Yeah. I think that the booking was correct.
Also, I would throw this out there too, because you have Rhea against Zelina doing the Jade Cargill thing where she could be not taking her seriously enough as well, which is kind of what she was doing. So I would have liked for her to get more offense in because of that, not just because she was in Puerto Rico.
Or just both. But yeah, it felt a little too one-sided for the story they were trying to tell. But as far as long-term booking, it was the right way to have the match.
There's no way Zelina was ever winning the match. In fact, I would have put money on that one to be the most slam dunk one anyway, just because, like they said on commentary, that was her first defense since WrestleMania when she fucking won the title. There's no way she's losing it.
Well, I mean, it's not like they couldn't do some... but this is the thing. WWE never does this. If it was AEW, maybe. But they could have done the thing where the person is so over in their hometown that they want to make that crowd really happy.
Yeah, like they did with Darby or whatever.
Right. So then you have them win, but then you drop it in like another week or two.
Well, Vince doesn't ever
WWE
let
just
anybody
doesn't do it.
Vince isn't going to let anybody win in their hometown.
Bad Bunny did.
Yeah, but Damian Priest didn't. Boom! Can't have it both ways, guy.
Yes, that
There's
is
no
the
DQ.
joke.
He had no way out of that one.
Yeah, that was the joke.
A little giant mallet.
Stop this, Seth. It's not you. Stupid shit. Got it. Fucking every time I think of that shit, it's just so stupid. It was the right call because you can't have Zelina look too strong against Rhea because then it makes Rhea look weak when Zelina hasn't really done anything in that division for so long. But I thought the match was fine for what it was. She still got her big ovation at the end. She got to wrestle in front of her family, like all that stuff. It was cool. I was fine with it.
All right, baby steps is an understatement on this fucking Bloodline storyline now that we've already been watching for over a year.
Mm-hmm.
The significant step forward, I guess, is that Solo now has some issues because he got chopped a little hard after he fucking chopped Jay to get in the match because he kept looking at his fucking chest at the end of it when they were beefing at the end or whatever. Like, what the fuck? I would have been more concerned if they or more interested if they would have went Jimmy getting pissed off that he got fucking super kicked, or Jay because he got whoever the fucking super kicked to. I can't remember how it went. I think it was Jimmy that got super kicked by Jay. I could have that wrong. But either way, I would have been more fine and more invested in dissension between those two than I would have been Solo because you got done to you what you just did to him, but you're that pissed off about it that you can't let it go. That was the big come up out of that whole fucking pay-per-view.
The Jimmy, okay, but if they had done it with Jimmy, it wouldn't make any fucking sense continuity-wise because they've accidentally super kicked each other like 80 goddamn times in tag team matches. So I'm glad they didn't do that. That would have made no sense.
It made no sense for Solo to be that pissed off because he got slapped on the chest like he had just done to Jay.
It makes sense because Solo's not a normal man, okay?
Jesus
Solo
Christ.
is a street champion. And a street champion. I don't
He's
know,
just a
man.
street champ. He's not even a champion.
It didn't make any fucking sense to me. It felt like they had to have some sort of dissent that was enough for them to not lose the match, but enough to make it seem like they were mad at each other. But then by the end, like the very, very end, the last few seconds of the show, he seemed like he was on board. Shit was fine again.
He literally looked at his chest one more time right before they cut the feed.
Yeah, but then he did the little scream thing and stuff.
No, that was way before that.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. My problem is that it doesn't advance the Sammy Jay stuff in any way, and now they're on different brands. So how are they advancing it from here, or are they? Never liked Riddle being involved in the first place because A, I don't fucking like him. B, I think he's boring as shit, and C, he's distracting from the story. So if you didn't have him in that match instead and put somebody else, like literally anyone else,
it wouldn't matter who was in it. They were taking the pin.
Yeah, like the problem is you have a third person in the mix who's clearly just there to take the pin, which doesn't advance the Sammy J thing in any significant way. I didn't like that. It was pretty obvious from the start what they were doing. I think that's why we both predicted that Bloodline was going to win. Like, it just, I didn't like it. It seemed like a cop out. But we'll see what they do with it now that they're on different brands, if they do anything at all. Because I know that the word is, last Triple H said, was that the World Tag Team Champions are supposed to be able to go to other brands, so maybe they'll do something with it from there. But, you know, felt like a non-chapter in the story. It was just nothing. It was just there. So, I don't know.
Speaking of non-chapters, let's talk about Cody and Brock.
Cody and Brock. Baby.
Okay, so the funny thing that's going around on Twitter right now is somebody had pieced together Cody's promo calling Brock a coward, and then showing the end of the match from Backlash when after he got the pin, he ran away.
Runs away? Listen.
How does this help Cody? How does this help Brock with the way that... Why did it not end with the double fucking crossroads when he's bleeding all over his fucking face? Why couldn't it have just ended right there? That would have been way better. So much better.
It doesn't make anyone look good because it makes Cody look like a pussy. Not just for leaving at the end, but just the way that he won after talking all the shit. And it makes Brock look like a fucking idiot who's never been in a wrestling match in his life to sit there and lay on his back where he hears the ref right by his fucking head slapping the mat 3 times. It was the dumbest shit. You think he forgot what that means? He didn't even, like, there was no visual, like, movement or attempt of him at all to even try to kick out. Like, they're just pretending he's so stupid that he forgot what fucking the ref slapping the mat means. It made no sense. It was the worst. It was so stupid. It was so
Like
stupid.
it was his first year in the business,
Yeah.
and it was like his first loss ever. Like he just forgot the rules, like Eva Marie or some shit.
Right. It made no sense, dude. It was so bad. I hated it. It made nobody look good.
No, I totally agree. Like, there's no way
Yeah.
that Brock can come out. There's no way that Corey Graves or Michael Cole or whoever's on commentary on Monday Night Raw to spin that to make it seem like to protect Brock. That's the best way I can say it. Brock is fucked.
Yeah.
Cody is fine until he ran away.
And also, you're not gonna tell me that an NCAA Division I, whatever the fuck, million-time champion, goddamn monster, doesn't know when his shoulders are on a mat.
The blood was in his eyes and it affected his hearing.
It didn't affect him feeling on his fucking shoulders that they were on the mat. Like,
Dude,
it just, none of it made sense.
The shot where he busted open immediately was fucking crazy. Crazy.
It looked like a real cut. It was like a legit, like right here. It wasn't like a blade job. It was like in the eyebrow line. Not in the eyebrow line up here, but like in the crease, like when you squint. So I think he got busted open for real.
I mean, up till, okay, so literally up till the double crossroad before he kicks out, I thought the match was good. And then once he kicked out, and then that was the finish, like almost immediately after, with the quote unquote Kimura
Yeah.
into the backwards pin
I mean,
for the
it wasn't
roll up. That whole little thing right there was just killed the entire match and the entire vibe.
Yeah. Nobody looked good coming out of that. It just made both of them look worse, which is the exact opposite of what you wanted in this match. What you really wanted was for Cody
For the
to get
main
like
event too, man.
You wanted Cody to get like a hard fought but decisive win, so that maybe Brock comes out the next night and like, you know, gives him some little sign of respect, and Cody can move on and go back to his chase for the fucking title or whatever. Like, the way that they booked this just makes everybody involved look so
But
bad.
this doesn't, okay, if you watch the prediction show where I picked Cody and my reason was if Cody wins here and it's some bullshit win like it was, isn't this just going to set up for them at Night of Champions instead, because Brock is going to come out on Raw tonight and fuck Cody up so that he doesn't win his triple threat match to get to the next round of the tournament, which would be, was it 2 rounds, right? So you go the 2 triple threats on Raw, 2 triple threats on SmackDown, then they'll have, I assume, a singles match on each one, then the 2 winners would fight at Night of Champions. So Cody doesn't come out of either tonight's match without Brock fucking him up, because every triple threat is a no DQ match, so Brock can do it. And then, or Cody wins his one, goes against Rollins, and then Brock fucks him up there, whichever way you want to slice it. We still don't really know the matches yet either, by the way. So we don't know if Seth and Cody would be in the same match or separate matches. I think that would help me determine when Cody's going to lose, by the way.
Yeah.
Because if they're in separate ones, I do believe they'll go Cody versus Seth for the final of the Raw side. If they're in the same one, then Cody's losing in round 1. So then Brock interferes because he's pissed off that he lost to Cody. And then we have the setup for Night of Champions where they fight again.
Why?
Because that's the only place they got to go. Cody's not winning this world title. It would kill it.
I understand, but why would
Well,
they
he's got to do
wrestle at
something
Night
in
of
the meantime. What else is he going to do?
Why would they wrestle at Night of Champions when neither one of them has a belt?
Because Roman won't be there.
So
Because Lesnar's definitely going to have a fucking match at Night of Champions. And he ain't going to be involved in a title match.
I think
Lesnar's getting that Saudi money, son.
Oh, yeah. They do love some Brock Lesnar over there. Maybe he can wrestle The Undertaker again.
Come on, man. Tell me that guy.
I'd
All
rather
right.
see that than a fucking Cody rematch.
I got a feeling if we see a Cody rematch, he's just going to destroy Cody. And he's going to get the W back because Vince loves 50-50 booking.
Yeah, I don't know what they do from here, but neither one of them came out of this looking good.
I never said it made sense. I'm just saying that's what I thought was going to happen on the prediction show, and we'll see what happens tonight to see if that's accurate or not.
Yeah. Tonight? Tomorrow?
Or tomorrow, my bad. Well, tonight when people watch this on YouTube, because I'll be posting the Backlash review when we get off the show tomorrow before Raw.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, so that match was a dud for sure because of the ending. But up to that point, before he kicked out of the 2 Crossroads,
It wasn't bad.
were you into it or no?
I think that if Cody's going to tell the story that he is coming to come fight Brock man to man, and that he's scared of him, but he's going to like swallow his fear and face him with honor and all this bullshit, that attacking him the way that he did, I mean, it's heel shit. It's literal heel shit. The way he started the match was heel shit. The way he ended the match was heel shit. Running out of the ring at the end after you get a bullshit pin is heel shit. Like, it just...
I don't mind the beginning of the match, because if you're saying you're scared of him and you saying, and then on the other hand you're saying you have to win, then I don't have a problem with the way he started the match. But then to beat him and then run away, like you're still scared even though you just beat him, that really killed it for me. Because one, you beat him with a roll-up, which I fucking hate, and then you did it... Not only do I hated in title matches more, but the main event of the pay-per-view against Lesnar?
Yeah, see, that's I don't have a problem with roll-ups. I have a problem with the idea that you're gonna fucking beat Lesnar with a roll-up.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
Without hitting him in the dick or something. Like, that's crazy to me. There's no fucking reality where Brock Lesnar has his shoulders on the mat for 3 seconds and is conscious with like a fucking 210 Cody on top of him, and doesn't think, hey, I should probably get a fucking shoulder up while the ref is slapping his goddamn hand near my ear. It's so
you know what would have been better is if Cody had him in a submission and rolled him back, because he would have been losing blood from his face and been unconscious, and then something like that. That would have made way more sense. When Brock has the fucking advantage, all he has to do is go on the goddamn move and put a shoulder up. Yeah. He's the one that has the advantage.
He hugged him into a loss. It made no sense. It was bad. This booking made. I want to find out who booked this match. I know Sean's gonna.
I want to know the producer. Who produced it?
Sean will post something sometime, and we'll know who to blame for this fucking travesty.
No, he'll post who produced the 2 good matches. That's what he'll post.
He does do that sometimes.
But congratulations to whoever produced Bad Bunny and Damian Priest and Bianca and Io for sure.
Michael Hayes fucking produced it.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I'm shocked. The yes man for Vince.
Adam Pearce produced the Rollins and Omos match, so that was good. Io Sky,
he's not bad.
Io Sky and Belair was produced by TJ Wilson.
Shocking to no one.
Abyss did the 3-way. Jason Jordan did the 6-man. Jamie Noble did the Bad Bunny, Damian Priest.
Shocking to no one that TJ Wilson and Jamie Noble are the 2 that fucking did the best 2 matches.
And Sean Daivari did the Rhea Ripley Zelina match.
But I'm pretty sure Abyss also did the triple threat IC title match at WrestleMania between Drew, Gunther, and Sheamus. So that's probably why they went ahead and said, hey, you did really fucking good there, we'll give you this one too. But of course he had probably half the fucking time.
Yeah. And fucking Michael Hayes, bro. Come on. Get it together.
Okay, so if you already know going in that Michael Hayes is producing that final match of Lesnar, and you know that Vince is just gonna he's just literally doing it through Vince.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck would you still put that on last over Bad Bunny and Damian Priest? Knowing that finish is gonna be shitty.
I think if Vince has enough sway to tell Michael Hayes to go do something a certain way, then surely he has enough sway to pick
Bad Bunny's got enough sway to be like, I'm not going out there unless I'm on last. Then what the fuck are they gonna do?
I don't think he would do that.
I don't think he would either, but he has enough sway to do it.
He does, but it just doesn't seem in his character.
All right, so overall grades for Backlash this year. It's one of the better Backlashes that we can remember just because of crowd alone.
I'll give it a B. I mean, I think it was like I said, it was like a filler show, but it was a good filler show as far as being entertaining. Main event sucked a lot out of it, but pretty much everything before the main event was good. I mean, I wasn't crazy about the Theory 3-way match. The ending for that, we literally called spot for spot on the finish on the show. Like who was going to get pinned, how it was going to happen.
I didn't call spot for spot on the Bianca match, but we definitely called the ending of that one too.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. It was good. I mean, I'll generously give it a B. I think that it could have been worse. I think part of it is that you come into it with lower expectations, especially with the Seth and Omos thing and some of the other stuff that was on the card. It was like, it's probably gonna be like a fucking.
Let's
B+,
make
C-.
one thing perfectly clear. Just because Omos and Seth over-delivered doesn't make it any less stupid that it existed in the first place.
Sure. My favorite thing with the Seth Omos thing was as they were announcing, as they were doing like the lead into it, where they talk about the backstory for it. They're like, oh, and Peacock Premium members can now see what led up to this match. It's like, motherfucker, that's why nobody knows what this match is about or why it's happening. It's because you got it paywalled. You got to pay extra for this fucking story, or else you don't know why these two are wrestling. Like that. That was the
I
funniest
promise
goddamn
you,
thing ever.
whoever is paying extra and got to see it still didn't know why they were wrestling.
I do, because I did watch it. So, Omos was saying that he is a genetic freak, and he was doing the Scott Steiner thing, or MVP was doing it for him. And then Seth Rollins was like, well, you're that way because you were born that way, and I'm at the top because I worked for it, and I'm going to show you that that means more. That was their whole...
That's literally the promo from Raw. Yeah. The one promo they had together.
Yeah, that was the...
Come on, man. Oh, I'll take a commercial every time. All right, the only one that they didn't go away from for the video packages for a commercial was the Cody Brock one. I had to watch that whole fucking thing.
Well, did you learn a lot?
No, because I watch Raw.
Yeah. Fair. Well, I learned a lot. I learned that Cody was upset.
Yeah.
That
I don't know. We still don't really know why Brock fucking attacked him in the first place. No one actually said it. They didn't even say it on the video package.
Brock didn't have any fucking words in the video package. It was all Cody's side. It was literally all Cody's side. So they still have not explained what Brock's whole thing was. Cody gets on.
There's no way. There's no way that Cody is still being cheered this time next year. None. I called it before. I said the same thing was going to happen to him if he didn't beat Roman. He was going to do the Lex Express shit. People are going to get tired of it, fed up with it, and I'm telling you, we're getting there. I'm telling you.
Ready for that AEW return, baby?
I am. I'll gladly accept him back to AEW. I don't have a problem with him going to WWE in the first place. I didn't jump off the Cody bandwagon. I'm still a fan of Cody, but there's no reason that you think that you saw what happened to him in AEW and you thought, oh, I can fix him and do the exact same shit in WWE. No way.
I can't.
He's going to get booed.
I can fix him.
All right, so there's our Backlash. All right, you gave it a B. I'll agree with you. I'll give it a fucking B too. That's our Backlash review for this year. Hope you enjoyed it. Let us know down in the comments on YouTube when this posts what grade you gave Backlash, and if you agree with us or not. Best match, Bianca, Io. Second best, close second, Damian, and Bad Bunny, which got a lot of time, by the way. A lot of time.
Hey guys, did you like that video? If so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can also catch full episodes of the MonsterCast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts, and you can also catch us live every Sunday on Twitch. All links in the description below, along with some sweet merch from yours truly, the MonsterCast. Deuces.